Yeah, well, first of all, we're elated that he's back, obviously. There was a long period of time there where his career was pretty much thought to be over with. It was tough on him, tough on his family. He kept persevering through that, kept his head up. And then as we started to get a little glimmers of hope as the process continued, we were encouraged, he was encouraged, the family was encouraged. And then when we got the final word about mid-June that he was good to go, it was great for our program, great for him. But most of all, obviously, it's that he's in good health. I mean, the football is a bonus and a sidebar to the whole thing. Him being healthy and the doctors declaring him, at no more at risk than any other buddy on the team was a big positive. And Travis has really, I think he's really embraced and found out a lot about himself and how much he loves the game during that period of time. Not that he wasn't a hard worker and a guy that was all in and competitive, but when you have something taken away from you for a period of time, it opens your eyes a little bit, and he came back with even more of a purpose than he had prior to. Well, he's been a receiver since he got on campus here. He's been here his second year, so he's proven commodity there. Did some good things for us last year as a true freshman, particularly towards the end of the season. Has continued to develop. He was actually on all the MVP of his league in high school at defensive back, and so he's very experienced there. He had 10 interceptions, I believe it was, his senior year, so it's not new to him. This defensive stuff is not new, and he came to us about midway through camp, maybe a little sooner, and expressed the interest. I think it was about when Reggie went down, because when Reggie went down, that left a little bit of a void there, and so he volunteered to services, said he'd like to give it a shot. And we started working him in, and it was very apparent from the first rep that he took that he may have a future there. So, and he very, very well may end up there full time down the road. We'll just have to see how things shake out. But he will play both sides of the ball on Thursday. Yeah, he'll play, but there's no set rotation, no set time he'll enter the game. It's just we're going to get him in the game. So, whenever that opportunity arises. I think he's progressed. He's not where he needs to be yet. He wasn't with us at all during the summertime, which put him behind mentally and physically when he showed up for camp. You'll see him return some punts on Thursday night. We're probably going to start with Bubba Poole returning punts, but you'll see Kalen get an opportunity. He will also play receiver, the slot receiver position. And so he has come a long ways in the 3.5 weeks that we've had leading up to the first ball game, but not ready to be an every down player yet. We're hoping he works towards that. But on the other hand, Delshawn McClellan, who's playing in front of him, has done a really nice job at the slot position. So if Kalen steps up, that just gives us another weapon. Well, good players help your cause. I mean, there's no doubt about it that when you lose good players, it hurts your what you're doing. But it's part of the game. Next guy's got to step up and pick up the slack. And I put Brian Bleck in that same category as Scotty. We missed both those guys tremendously last year, and to have them both back in the fold is a huge positive for us. Brian's he's a great defender. I mean, he's a guy that really is what you want in the secondary. And Scotty has had an exceptional camp, and having him back, and that takes a lot of pressure off Drez. It's not just what Scotty brings to the table, for himself, but the pressure that takes off Drez Anderson, because now we've got several weapons out there. I liked everything about it. Punt team is really the one thing that I have completely in my on my plate. We've given Morgan Scally the kickoff coverage team. We've given Taylor Stubblefield the kickoff return team, and Sharif Shaw has the punt return team. Now I assist in each of those as well, but we have what we call a ramrod coach for each of the functions, and Jim Harding is the PAT field goal ramrod coach, and so each function has its lead coach, and then there's a core of coaches that pretty much coach on every special team. And so, but I've enjoyed it. Love working with Tom Hackett and Andy Phillips. Great guys, hard workers. They handle themselves like professionals, and particularly Andy. He's the leader of that group, and it's been a pleasure to work with those guys. Yeah, well, that's good to hear. First of all, I guess they have good perspective. They got to see everybody. So, and sometimes as a coach, and particularly when you're coaching one spot for as long as I've been here, you lose a little bit of perspective of what's out there, other than when you play them in an actual game. But it's, we felt last year our matchup against Stanford, we matched up well because of the physicality. We've been a physical team for a lot of years. I don't think that's anything new to us, but it's good to hear the team speed factor, because that's something that we know we've been lacking for the last few years, and we've been working hard to get that up to where it needs to be. And so, we have felt that we're a lot faster, but it's good to hear somebody else give you a little bit of confirmation on that. But that's going to be the same focal point going forward. This next recruiting class is to continue to build on that and increase the speed. I don't think you're ever at a point where you say, okay, we're fast enough. You want to continue to get that done, and then also with our linemen, both sides of the line of scrimmage for a lot of years now, we've been very physical, and we've got a lot of guys in the NFL, the next level from those positions to back that up. Not really. As a coach, you just focus on who's on the schedule, and really don't concern yourself with much else.